In a bustling city, where skyscrapers reached for the clouds and the streets were filled with the sounds of honking cars and hurried footsteps, there lived a young scholar named Takashi. He was known throughout his university for his brilliance and thirst for knowledge. However, despite his intellect, he often found himself overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information and opinions around him. His mind was like a crowded marketplace, filled with competing voices, thoughts, and ideas, each demanding his attention. Takashi spent countless hours in the library, surrounded by towering shelves filled with books. He delved into philosophy, science, art, and history, constantly seeking answers to life's most profound questions. However, the more he learned, the more he felt the weight of his own expectations pressing down on him. He believed that to succeed, he had to accumulate as much knowledge as possible, but this only left him feeling more anxious and restless. One day, Takashi overheard some students talking about a Zen master who lived on the outskirts of the city. This master was said to possess the secret to true wisdom and peace. Intrigued, Takashi decided to seek out this master, hoping to learn how to quiet his restless mind. After days of searching, he finally found the Zen master's humble abode, a small wooden hut surrounded by a beautiful garden. The air was fragrant with the scent of blooming cherry blossoms, and a gentle breeze rustled the leaves. Takashi approached the master, who was sitting in meditation, his posture serene and inviting. "Master," Takashi began, bowing respectfully, "I have come to seek your guidance. My mind is restless, and I yearn for inner peace. Can you teach me how to empty my mind?" The master opened his eyes slowly and regarded Takashi with a kind, knowing smile. "Empty your mind, you say? Very well, I will teach you," he replied. The master led Takashi to a simple tea room adorned with tatami mats and sliding shoji doors. In the center of the room, there was a small table with a teapot and 2 cups. The master gestured for Takashi to sit down. As the master began to prepare the tea, Takashi noticed a beautiful, intricately designed teacup. It was delicate and exquisite, a piece of art in itself. The master poured the hot tea into the cup, and Takashi watched in fascination. But the master continued to pour, even as the tea began to overflow, spilling onto the table and drenching the tatami mats. "Master, stop! The cup is full!" Takashi exclaimed, astonished and confused. The master paused and smiled gently. "Just like this cup, your mind is full of your own opinions, worries, and distractions. How can I teach you anything if you don't empty it first?" Takashi sat back in his seat, absorbing the master's words. It dawned on him that he had been so focused on accumulating knowledge that he had forgotten the importance of letting go. His mind was cluttered with thoughts of what he should learn next, what others expected of him, and the constant pressure to succeed. The overflowing cup had become a powerful metaphor for his life. "Take a moment to reflect, my young scholar," the master encouraged, pouring a new cup of tea for Takashi. "What fills your mind? What thoughts hold you back from experiencing true peace?" Takashi closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He thought about his relentless pursuit of knowledge, his fears of failure, and the expectations he placed on himself. With each realization, he felt a weight lifting from his shoulders. He understood that to truly learn and grow, he needed to create space in his mind for new ideas and perspectives. The master continued to guide Takashi through a series of meditative exercises, teaching him the art of letting go. "To empty your mind, you must learn to release your attachments to outcomes, to knowledge, and to the opinions of others," the master said. "Breathe in the present moment and breathe out your worries. Let the flow of life carry you." Takashi practiced mindfulness, focusing on his breath and the sensations in his body. With each exhale, he released the tension that had built up inside him. He began to feel lighter, as if the burdens he had been carrying were being washed away. The master encouraged him to visualize his thoughts as clouds drifting in the sky, passing by without clinging to them. Over the course of several days, Takashi continued to visit the master, engaging in deep conversations and practicing meditation. He learned that wisdom is not merely about accumulating information, it is about being open to new experiences and insights. As Takashi let go of his rigid expectations, he began to notice a shift in his perspective. The world around him became vibrant and alive, filled with possibilities he had never considered before. He started to appreciate the beauty of the present moment, finding joy in simple things: a blooming flower, the sound of rustling leaves, and the warmth of the sun on his skin. One day, after a particularly enlightening session with the master, Takashi sat in the garden, feeling a sense of tranquility wash over him. He realized that his pursuit of knowledge had often been driven by fear of not being good enough, fear of failure, and fear of disappointing others. But now, he felt a newfound freedom. "I understand now, Master," he said, smiling. "True peace comes from within, and I must be willing to empty my cup to make room for new experiences." With the Master's teachings in mind, Takashi returned to the city, determined to embrace a different approach to life. He continued his studies, but did so with a lighter heart, allowing himself to explore various subjects without the pressure of needing to be the best. He engaged in discussions with fellow students, listening intently rather than trying to dominate the conversation with his knowledge. As the months passed, Takashi blossomed into a well-rounded scholar, respected not just for his intelligence, but also for his wisdom and kindness. He learned that the key to true understanding lies in being open to learning from every experience, not just the ones that seemed significant. Years later, Takashi returned to visit the Zen master. He found him still living in the same humble hut, the garden just as beautiful as he remembered. The master welcomed him warmly, and they sat together in the tea room, reminiscing about the past. "Master," Takashi said, "I have learned so much since our first meeting. Your lesson about the overflowing cup changed my life. I realize now that my journey is not just about knowledge, but about understanding myself and others." The master nodded, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "And that, my dear scholar, is the essence of true learning. The more you let go, the more you allow the universe to flow through you. You become one with the task at hand, and everything falls into place." As they shared tea and laughter, Takashi felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. He understood that the journey of self-discovery is ongoing, and there would always be opportunities to learn, grow, and let go.